guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I just want to show you, it's just going to be a quick video of all the things that I've gathered up to make my lovely Pirouette of Pink Journal. Now I'm going to do a smaller one to start with because I know lots of you are waiting for me to make a journal with this, but I thought I'd make it just a small one. I've got lots and lots of pages because we have got the freebie pages and the pages from Ko-fi and all sorts. So it's made a huge pile of papers and they are just beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick out 4 or 5 of them and make a smaller journal. And I've gathered up lots of bits and pieces, nice and pretty. So I think September is going to be a nice pretty month of making some lovely things, some little embellishments and that to go in a bigger one. But first of all, tomorrow I will start making just a small one. I want to do it in one filming, so it's from start to finish. Just to make a nice basic simple one, and then we will start on making a bigger one. So the first thing I've done, I have printed obviously these out, and then I've also printed on the back. Now some of the papers I've used are from my other kits. Now this pattern paper here is in this kit here, so that's why I have printed that one onto the back, so it mixes and matches well. This one, what have I got on the back of this one? Oh look, I've got some of my music paper on the back of that one, which works beautifully, doesn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. So all of them have, look, I've got beautiful pink on that one. This one has got the cherry blossom on, so I picked out the cherry blossom kit paper, one of those. So mix and match whatever you sort of like got in your kits, your digital papers, you can mix and match, or you don't even have to print on the back. Now this one I'm loving. This was a freebie for the Ko-fi members, and I'm thinking I might pop this one on the front cover. Look at that, of our little journal, because I'm just loving it. It's got a nice sort of like collage of lots of the pieces in there. So that's going to be the front. Now we've got all these little bits which need to be cut out as embellishments. That's the little dress. So if you didn't see it, we made some little dresses the other day with those, which are beautiful, loving them, and the little ones. So that's the papers. Now what I have got is, well, I've got some fabricy bits. Now this is just like a cotton, I think it's like a big napkin. Whether I'll use that on the cover, I'm not sure, but I've got that. I have got some piles of like, this is the coffee stain bits that I did in the summer in the garden, which are lovely because obviously they go really well because of the colours go together. I've got some pretty floral fabric, which is beautiful cotton fabric. Now I've washed these, so they do need an iron, but they will go lovely. So it's nice to get different textures and different fabrics and things like that. This was an old cover that I got. Lots of these I got from the charity shop, these bits. Like these old lace curtains are lovely, so I can use bits of that. I've got this, which was an old cotton curtain, which is the same as this one, which I coffee stained. We've got some more bits of lace here, and this is like a lacy, oh, it's a piece of fabric. This is like a lacy top, which I picked up from a charity shop as well. But look at that, it's got this beautiful little flowers on. So all of these will work really well. I'm not going to use all of them obviously, but I'm just giving myself a nice choice of things to use. Let's pop those in a nicer pile up there. There we go. And then we have got lots of bits. Now these are the ones that I was using the other day. This is the lovely cheesecloth that I coloured. I've got this lovely trim, which is beautiful, which it would look lovely, I think, with that. So even that goes on the outside, so it would go on the cover. I've got this little bit of lace there, and this is a little bit harder, this lace. I've had this for a long time, but I'm just thinking it would look beautiful as the edging of pages, wouldn't it? Just a nice pretty little bit, and adding some white in there as well. I've got this, which is beautiful. This is a nice little bit of sequiny trim. So whether we'll use that or not, we shall see. but all of these things are just lovely. I have a big pile here of these beautiful flowers. Now, lots of this was gifted to me by my lovely mother-in-law. She sent lots of lovely bits from the UK a few years ago, and they've just been sort of like sat there, but I just think they look so pretty, and I think it might be time to use them, which are gorgeous, aren't they? Because all of these little bits just work so well. Look at these, got nice little sparkly bits on. All of these beautiful things. So that's a nice pile. I also have these little shiny things. Now these are what we made the little dresses out of. I added to the little ballerina dresses, so they will go in as well at some point. I have some muslin, not muslin, it's burlap or hessian, whatever you'd like to call it, and I think this will work with it as well. So this gives it another texture as well, doesn't it? So that will work well. Whether that's just going to go in, I could actually pop it in this way, couldn't we? Like that, and then attach things to this. So lots of different things that we can do, but I think that would work really nice in there. Pop the little pin in. What else have we got? Of course, we've got these beautiful, now these are our lovely spools that we made the other day. This would look lovely on the front cover, I'm sure. I've had this for ages. I've probably used it about once, and it's just been sitting there looking pretty. Well, actually it's not. It's been in my cupboard or my drawers, and I've now only last week or the week before popped it onto this spool so I can see it. So I think that would probably look lovely, a bit of that on the front cover. It's so nice to get all these bits out, and I think by making these spools that we did, it's sort of like made me want to make something pretty. Do you know what I mean? It's encouraged me a little bit more. Now I've got this, which is beautiful. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? And it just sort of dingle dangles lovely down. So that's beautiful. So I've just gathered all of these bits up, and like I said, being able to see them has been really good. Oh, will that go in? There we go. So it just gives you some inspiration, doesn't it? Like I've got another big spool of loveliness there. So all of these little bits, and of course I've got my little rose trim, which I'm going to have to use on there, and all these little bits that we've done. Fabulous. So they're all lovely. So all of those bits, but again, doesn't mean you're going to put all of it in. Just pop little bits, but I want to keep it all together because then you have the same sort of theme going through, if you know what I mean, if you've got all your bits in one place. So, and also I've got these beautiful papers, not papers, they're like sort of, well, fabricy bits, aren't they? Which are lovely, which I think little bits of this would look lovely in the journal as well. Got all sorts of different styles on here, lovely bits of paper. This is all sort of like tapology bits, so they're all textured on here as well. Look at these, absolutely beautiful, aren't they? And some of them have got sparkly bits in. This is lovely. I'm hoping you'll be able to see that. Can you see that lovely pattern to it? Just beautiful. So I would love to use some of these in there as well. Gosh, it sounds like I'm going to have a journal the size of my Folks of the Forest one, doesn't it? But they are fun to do, and take your time. And well, I'm going to make a smaller one tomorrow that I would like to do in one sort of like filming, but the other one I'm going to take my time doing it as well. But look, all these lovely bits of textured paper. Look, that's got a beautiful, look at that one. That's got a lovely leaf in it, with these skeleton leaves, isn't it? Just gorgeous. So again, these are the bits that I've got. Now obviously everybody's going to be different, so just gather up whatever you have. Like I say before, you can pop to a charity shop. You might even have a lovely top that you never wear anymore. I'm sure you've got family and friends that might have old clothes that they could give you that you might be able to cut up. just to start off. But I think all of these little bits, oh, I've also got some this is like little pearls on here. This is like a creamy one, and this is a white one, but I think a little bit of this on there as well would be nice, wouldn't it? I just love it. So I'm sure I have another pile of bits and pieces that I can use as well, but I don't want it to be too overwhelming to start off with. But also it's got some white ribbon, which you can use white ribbon. This will look lovely. I got some thin. This makes beautiful little bows. This sort of one you could sort of like gather up on the edge of pages. You don't have to have all coloured stuff. A little bit of white in there just sort of like brings the colour down a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to make it look too gaudy, if you know what I mean. But look at these, beautiful. So there we go, guys. That is what I have been doing, just gathering little bits and pieces up, getting it all ready, seeing what I have, and then trying to sort of come up with a sort of idea of what we can do. But I do like this one as the front cover. I think I'm going to pop this as the front cover. Whether I'm going to back it, I did print on the back of this one. I'm not sure, not quite sure, but I will find a way of doing this. But there we go, guys. So they're all the sort of things that I'm going to pop into the journal. I will get some bits ready. Like I said, I'll sort of like whittle it down a little bit so it's not so overwhelming, but loving all these bits. Nice shabby journal. It's going to be fun and so pretty. So there we go, guys. I thought I'd just show it all to you, and we will get started tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe, have a fantastic rest of the day, and have fun gathering up all your little bits and pieces. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.